Hey, welcome or welcome back. Appreciate you stopping by. As you can see today, very festive for the month of October. I actually made this. Today I'm going to be doing a little market breakdown, and I made this for that market because it was the only market that I had for the month of October, and you'll find out why here in a little bit. I didn't get to wear it, so we're wearing it today. So I want to start the video with just a little bitty breakdown. I did write all this stuff down because I cannot remember and numbers are hard, so there's that. Before we get started, I just want to show you, it's unfinished, but this is the star blanket, the viral star blanket. I am filming a reel currently. I'm trying to use, instead of 6 days, which you see it's still not done, instead of making it in 6 days, I want to do it with 6 balls of the Halloween Joann's spooky season. So this is after 3. Oh my god. It's already pretty big, but this is 3 balls of that spooky season, and I'll keep working on it as I can. This has just been kind of a side project, but I do want it to be done, of course, before Halloween's over. So that's why this is making a little cameo today. I feel goes with the theme. Very on brand for today. And so since this is my first little market breakdown, bear with me, but I did take a few notes because there's no way I was gonna be able to remember all of that just on the fly. And also I have a little bit extra because if you watched my last video, I did make a mention that I wanted to, if there were any other crochet vendors there, I wanted to support them. And actually there were 2 others that I ended up supporting, and actually another friend that I work with, she was there selling some stuff, and then the woman beside me was selling handmade clay earrings, you know, the polymer clay. So I've got some stuff there I want to show them a little bit later, but let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Actually, first I want to show just a quick little video that I took. I did not take a video or any pictures during. I was actually pretty steadily busy for the entirety of the 6-7 hours that we were there. I did take a little video beforehand. I didn't take one after, which you'll find out why. So I've plenty of inventory, so really it would have looked like didn't even make a dip, but it did. So here's that little clip real quick. And I think for having about 2 hours to set up, that looks pretty good. And like I said, it really, towards the end, it looked about the same because I still have so much inventory, which that's on here, left over, and I was just refilling as I could. But like I said, it was constantly busy for that entire time, which thank goodness. My first sale was around 10:20, something like that, and we started at 10, so we got there and had to set up from 7 to 9, which that was wonderful. Plenty, more than enough time. Got everything set up, figured out how I wanted it to look, because even though I did the mock setups, there was still a few things that I just wasn't really happy about. And actually right before, the day before, my dad has these little clothes racks, rolling clothes rack things. I laid blankets on top of that because initially the blankets were on, I was only able to do 2 tables in that tent. There was just not enough room for 3 of them. So initially one of the tables was half blankets, and I mean that took up half of the space, right? So he came up with the idea of using one of those, and I just put it right behind one of the tables, if you saw it, and then I just hung the blankets over it, and that created so much more room. That was wonderful to be able to hang the octopuses off of. And I'm telling you, the giant Bernat one, the pink one on the end, that brought in so many people. That, I mean, I've still got it. I do still have it. I was selling it for $65. I know it's worth a lot more than that, but we're trying for $65. And that thing brought in so many people. They would stop just to see that, and then they would come in, right? But anyway, so let's see. I did sell roughly 2/5, 40% of my overall inventory. I didn't take all of it. I had a few Christmas items from that I've already started making, or from last year that I didn't sell. So I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about that because we've got plenty of other things going on. But yeah, roughly 40% sold, so that's great. And as you can see right here, yeah, those 3 totes I've still got left, so that's all right. That's fine. That's less that I have to worry about for the rest of the year making, right? So I did end up bringing 389 pieces. I know that's a weird number to me. 389 pieces, and it was worth $4,245 worth of inventory. I ended up selling 158 pieces, which that's good. And a lot of them were, I think my biggest sellers were really gummy bears and octos. And then surprisingly enough, chickens were not. I think I sold 3 chickens total. I made over 50 of them, but anyway, that's fine. The less that I have to make again. And then the kitties and the frogs. So those were my top 4 best sellers overall. But anyway, so I sold 158, and my sales come up to be $1,438, which I think for my very first market of the year, I think that's outstanding. I wasn't expecting to do that. I was really hoping. So last year I did 1 market. That was the very first one that I'd ever done last year. I think it was in November. I made 600 or 700. I was shocked by that. And so this year I've doubled that, and I was like, wow, at least with this first market. So I have 1 in November and 1 in December for now. I may sign up for another one. I've got my eye on another one, but we'll see when we get there. So yeah, the total sales was 1,438. The booth was 110. So I made mention again in a different video that this was the 37th year that they've had this Depot Day event, and last year they expected they calculated that roughly 10,000 people came through there, right? So that's quite a bit. So 110 I feel like is kind of right on, or maybe even a little bit low for something like that, because you know that so many people are coming in, especially since it's been going for over 30 years, right? So okay, so 110, and I expected, okay, I'll get that back and it shouldn't be too much of a problem, which I did, thankfully. In Venmo transactions I got 130, and my little sign actually came in handy because I think $130 was 8 transactions worth, so that way I didn't have to keep pulling up my phone and finding the QR code. They just used that little sign. That came in handy. I was really glad that I got that. For Square, which Square surprisingly wasn't the biggest payment method. Cash was. I was really surprised about that. I made $438 with Square transactions, card transactions, and they only took $14 out. So I'm fine with that. I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting maybe $40, somewhere around 50, but no, they only took 14. So that's good. And then cash, like I said, I'm just so shocked by this. And I know that it's a lot of vendors, there's a lot of food, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I just was really shocked that so many people had cash. It's normally card these days. 870. So wonderful for me. No complaints there. And the total take home, so after that and the booth fee and then the Square fee or whatever, was $1,314. That really shocked me after I did the numbers, and it's still kind of saddening to see all of the inventory still left, but it's like, that's something I don't have to do for next time. I don't have to be as stressed. I don't have to be, freaking out last minute tagging and all that stuff. So that's great. Oh, another surprisingly good seller is I made some Granny Square crochet bags unlined. I didn't have time to line them, and I think I took 6 or 7, and I came home with 2, and I was really shocked about that. And actually there is this girl that came from, she goes to school 3 or 4 hours away, and she happened to be at it. She bought one of them, got my card. I gave a little card to almost everybody. And she got a card. She followed me on Instagram, and she has already asked for a custom bag. So that is on the urgent list to make another one for her. That's great. That's my first official commission piece, and it wasn't even listed on Etsy. She just reached out, and so absolutely. And she was a real sweetheart too. I'm like, of course I'm gonna make you one. Of course. Overall, it was a really successful day. Thank goodness my boyfriend helped me set up, because there's no way I was gonna be able to do that by myself. And actually my stepmom was there too, in a booth that her church was putting on, so she helped break down too, so that made it a lot quicker. So thank goodness for both of them, because there's no way I would have been able to get through that by myself for sure. And I don't remember if I mentioned the event was from 10 to 6, but it was so hot. So I was going to wear this. I made this specifically to wear to that one, and I was so excited to wear it. And I had some they almost kind of look like crushed velvet pants that I got, and just this black tank, but it was 96 I think, around there. And there was just no way. So I went in shirts and a random red shirt that I had, because I was like, I'm not doing this. It's hot in here right now with this on. This thing is actually pretty warm, despite, you know, the hose or whatever. It's pretty warm. But anyway, yeah, the sun, and to right where we were, I was actually more concerned with wind. And I forgot, I was trying to do a mock setup. What was it, like 2 days before the event? The wind was so bad. Let me put that in here for you real quick. Yeah, so that's what I was super concerned about, was putting the canvas and the walls up. I was super scared, but then we kind of looked around and figured out where I was, which actually was in front of a pizza place, so my boyfriend was happy about that for lunch. I was really worried about the wind, but then we looked, and I was basically right in the middle of the entire row of vendors on my side, and the wind was coming out of the south. So didn't even have to worry about that. Had to worry about nowhere. I brought a little fan with me, a little Ryobi fan. I think it was like $50. But the awning for the pizza place was just out of reach, So the sun was just on my back the entire day, and it was miserable. I know I stank. I felt bad. I was like, thank you for buying my stuff. I hope I don't stink. Too bad. But no, everybody was super sweet. My neighbors beside me that were making the clay Palmer earrings, they were delighting. Actually, there was a big football game going on that day, and I think it was the woman's maybe daughter-in-law, something like that. She was there too. Well, she was a big football fan, and so she was talking back and forth to my boyfriend quite a bit, and I'm like, well, thank goodness, because while I'm talking to all these people, I felt bad. I was kind of ignoring them, so he at least had somebody to talk to. That was good. But yeah, it was incredibly hot. Other than that, no complaints, and they let us go at 4:30 because it was starting to slow down, but it was so hot. I mean, everybody'd been there all day, and it was miserable. So 4:30, thank goodness. And if they allow me to come back next year, I absolutely will. But I know kind of now the demographic of what people were looking for and buying, so definitely gonna be a little bit more prepared, because some of the higher price items, even though I'm fairly cheap, I'm not doing this full time. This is just a hobby. When I find a cute pattern, we make it. Maybe I do make quite a few of some of the smaller ones, and that's typically what I was doing towards the end, and those were my biggest sellers really. But even some of the higher price items, they just didn't go. So I'm like, okay. And there were so many little kids. They were so cute. They were so sweet, because this one little girl, I have two stories that I remember so vividly. This one little girl, she brought an orange sitting cat. I said, okay, and I took the tag off so that I could write everything down and charge them. And as soon as I was handing it back to her, it was the cutest thing. That was hers. Gosh dang it, you better give it back to her. And then the other thing, I made two snakes. So I hung, in the little setup video that I put up earlier in the video over, I hung snakes at the top on the actual tin itself. I think 3 people out of the hundreds that came through even noticed them. And I noticed that probably around 12:30, 1, something like that. And I'm like, I need to take those down because nobody's hardly even seeing them. They were just up too high. And I did want to hang my bees with some little S hooks or something, hang them up there. I didn't get to it. I looked at Dollar General and Dollar Tree and I didn't find S hooks. I know I've got some somewhere. I couldn't find them. I was like, you know what, it's fine. But anyway, so I took the snakes down, and so this is the second one that I remember really vividly. It was so cute. One was just green, which that went to, there was a little boy and a little girl, brother and sister, and the green one went to the sister, and the boy instantly went to the orange one with the blue and white stripes. He instantly went to it, and his dad said something about, is it poisonous or something? I don't remember. He said something about it being poisonous, you know, and the little boy, he just like, he grabbed it and he went, like he was scared. He was faking. He was being silly, but it was the cutest thing. He was like, that was great. I mean, moments like that make it so worth it, you know, because certain little moments like that and little kids being so excited, just you would forget about the heat until, of course, everybody cleared out and paid off, you know, and then you're like, oh, it's hot again. But those little moments, that made it worth it. It was so great. So I know I didn't really have much. I don't have a lot of pictures because I sold so many just random things. I don't have a lot of pictures. I didn't take a end of day video, but it's fine. I'll work on it, I promise. But one thing that I did do, I mentioned last video that I absolutely wanted to do, was to go to the other crochet vendors, support them if there were any, and there were 2. And then my friend that was there from work, got something from her, and then I got something from the earring person that was right beside me. So I want to show you that stuff and just give them a little support because they were absolutely wonderful. And actually, let's start with this one. This is from, her name is Nana's Clay Creations. So I was eyeballing these almost all day, and I only got to go to the bathroom and to get a little bit more water once. I was that busy, thankfully. I mean, no complaints. I was that busy, but I was eyeballing these, and I was like, please let them. She had 2 pairs, so I was like, please let them be there by the end of the day, because I think we're only 12, 13 bucks. I was like, I need these so bad. So I got those, but yeah, that's her, Nana's Clay Creations. And she actually was super sweet because it's like 2 towns over from where this was. She mentioned that area, this gated area or whatever, they're kind of uppity and stuff like that. Like, they got quite a bit of money over there, and she will take these, and it's nothing for her in like a 5-6 hour day to make, what'd she say, like 1,500 or even 2,000 on these. And she said there's really no, she's been doing it for years, she said, and there's no crochet vendors that go there. And I'm like, so she gave me this, and she said, text me and let me know when and if you're interested or whatever, and I can tell you when they're going to be doing the next ones and get me in contact with the coordinators. Thank you. Yes. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So, and those are such cute earrings, so I really do want to make a fall cardigan too, and I think that would be perfect with it. I thought about making something similar to this. I mean, it was super quick to make, you know, just the granny square one, just easy to make a fall one, and I think those would be cute with it. So I gotta get on that. It's, what is today? The 19th of October. Should probably get a fall cardigan going soon. Next is the one that I work with. It's KGN Creations. They make, we offer goat milk hand soap, shampoo bars, wood burning candles, crafts with wood of all sizes, and hand painted Christmas ornaments. Ooh, I'm excited to see those. I didn't see any of those here, which, I mean, again, it's October, but there's her card. And right off the bat, while I was still setting up, because they had quite a few people there, they actually did a double booth spot, and they had multiple people within their family and friend group that were selling different kind of stuff. So they were set up fairly quick while we were still going. She brought me over a sample, didn't charge me for it. I was like, are you kidding me? and it's, I mean, it's only $5. It is honeysuckle goat milk. This is just a bar of soap. I was like, thank you. And then when I finally did get time to go over there and look at their stuff, I did buy from them this unscented soap, bar soap. So not, the other one I believe is hand soap, but this is for body. So this is just unscented, you know, just because my boyfriend really doesn't like heavy scents. And so I was like, okay, let me get that for him. And then for us, but just, you know, that way it wouldn't be too overpowering. But this, you can see, this is a shampoo bar. And it is lemongrass and rosemary, and it's for more thin, fine hair. And I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is very thin. I've got a lot of it. I don't know where it comes from, but it's incredibly thin. So I want to try this out, and this one smells really good. The lemongrass. Then they gave me this little thing, that way it doesn't get all gross in the shower and stuff. So that was nice of them, and actually them too. When I went to see them and I went and stopped by this, they know someone else in a different town over the other direction from the woman that does the earrings. They are having a Christmas market, and actually it's free. So I'm like, so I got told of 2 markets while I was there, and that is wonderful. And I'm really, that's the, I mentioned a while ago that maybe I only have one in November, one in December. There's another one I'm thinking about. It's that one. So I mean, it's free. Come on now. You know, this one I feel really bad because I don't think I got a card from her. If I did, I've lost it. I don't remember getting one, and I cannot remember her business name. She was the first of the 2 crochet vendors that came over and said hi and stuff. And one thing, thankfully, so the last 2 things I've got are from the crochet vendors, but thankfully we were all selling a lot of different stuff. So that helped out a lot, you know, right? Like if I didn't have it, well, this one's gonna have it or this one's gonna have it. And I can assure you that's exactly what happened, because I didn't make any mushy pops, period. Didn't make any. And it's sparkly blue yarn too, and she stuffed the crap out of this. This is nice because mine, I made one and it just was like kind of not falling apart. It was really thin, and so it wasn't like popping or whatever. She did a really good job on it. This is stout. I feel bad I cannot remember her name. But in this, one of those 3D printed things, a little T-Rex, I couldn't leave without it. And actually it turns out her son made these. Her son was making just quite a few different ones, and I saw this one and it's lime green, and this is, it's kind of more of a pinky peach. I mean, it's kind of showing peach, but it's a little bit brighter in real life. But I was like, oh, I need that. I can't leave without that. But so that was from her booth. And then the second one, the other one, what's funny is I also did, remember the last video that I did this exact same little goodie bag thing in the blue one. So I was like, that is so cool. And hers are green with little moons and stars. Love that. This little, you roll it back and roll it. Went over that way. Anyway, so there was that little toy, and then hers is 1 stitch at a time. Yup. She was super sweet, and from her, actually, at one point she had a baby. She does this full-time. I cannot remember if the other one said she did this full-time, but this one did it full-time, and she had a little baby with her. Well, it was so hot. I mean, it was just ridiculously hot, and the sun was just where we were all at, was just beating down on us, and her son was trying to take a nap, and I let her borrow one of my blankets to cover him up for a little quick nap. She was just right over there so I could see her, and I don't recommend doing that, but I just wanted to be nice. The poor baby, he was struggling really bad. It was a bad deal. So she brought it back. There's no problem. She was super sweet, and but yeah, he got a little napping. But look at this from her. Look how great she did. This thing is also stout. These 2 girls, they stuff the crap out of their stuff. It is very well made. I mean, I feel like I could throw this and it put a dent in the wall. It is. I need to I've actually taken notes from them because I'm like, mine, I don't feel like mine are this thick. But anyway, look at this. I couldn't leave without this. I saw this, I was like, I need this too. And my boyfriend hates spiders, so I was like, you're gonna kill me, but I'm getting this. No. So anyway, but that is, yep, so that's everything that I got from the market. I didn't even get to go walk around the rest of everything. I don't know what all was there because, like I said, very, very fortunate, and just, it was wonderful that so many people were there and keeping me busy the entire day. And really, I would say every 3 to 4 people that came through bought something. So that's wonderful. I'm very, very lucky that that went as well as it did. I will definitely apply again next year if they let me. I didn't do anything wrong. I stayed in my area. They didn't have to tell me to move anything or anything the entire time. It was absolutely wonderful. And so now I need to finish the Lovely Girls custom order for the bag, the granny square flower bag. I have started on a tapestry for my dad. He is a huge Ford guy, and so the Ford emblem, I've taken his name is only 4 letters too, so I've taken the Ford out and I've put his name there, just that. And so once that tapestry is done, it's probably gonna be about this high and probably this wide. I'm gonna have it framed for Christmas. I need to get started on that. It's never too early to start for Christmas, I'm telling you. So we're doing that. The bag, I need to finish this before the end of October because it is coming up quick. Then I'm also working on a purple dragon. There was another pattern that was really, really popular, and for this dragon, it has a massive tail. I actually started on it with Bernat blanket yarn. It's not happening. It's not happening. I did it with this old white, and I know that they've recently changed their formulas. The white that I had from the old formulas, it had that waxy, gross feel, and it just didn't look good. It looked bad, it felt bad. I initially started it with the wrong size hook. So I was using a 6.5 on Bernat blanket. My hand was just feeling like it was about to fall off. And actually, so that one and the pink octopus was also made from Bernat. I also made that one with 6.5. Those two, basically back to back, is what started my hand pain, which is why I have to have this thing now every now and then. But I digress. Once market season is over and all gifts are made and everything like that, I am definitely going to take a break probably into January. I'm not going to stop, but at least a good break, because this poor thumb, I'm telling you, it has just been through it this year. So anyway, that is my market recap. I will do better next time with some more clips. The one in November, I think she just started doing markets this year, like hosting them and coordinating them and stuff like that, and she's been really good about posting things and getting them out. They actually just did a pink out one in October for breast cancer awareness, and I really wish I would went to that because my mother passed away from breast cancer when I was 11, so that would have been nice to go to, but I didn't get to make it to that. But anyway, so on the agenda for next year if she does it. But she's been doing really good at advertising, in my opinion, and so I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot smaller. I don't expect it to be anything huge, so I don't think I'll bring as much inventory. What I do plan on doing though is next weekend, the 26th, I have a 10K. I am out of shape, and I've done this specific run fundraiser thing for I think 2 or 3 years in a row, and I always did the 5K. I was somewhat in shape those years, so tell me why the year that not in shape, haven't hardly been able to work out too much, I decided to do a 10K. So if I don't die during that, thankfully it's early morning, it's not gonna be hot. But that same day, Saturday, this event coordinator is having her Halloween one that I'm not gonna be in because I have this 10K or whatever. So I'm gonna go down there and see what it's like. That way I know what to expect in November. Yeah, I don't think that I don't expect it to be super busy, but I mean, fingers crossed, I hope so. And she like live streams some of the vendors. She walks through with them. She walks through with all of them, and she will ask them certain stuff or show off their stuff, and then she takes pictures, and she seems really good. And I'm gonna be sharing it all over my personal social media and stuff like that too, to hopefully reach a few more people, because not a lot of people react to it. So that kind of makes me concerned that not a lot of people are going, but maybe they are. Maybe word of mouth. I don't know, but fingers crossed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. It's from 10 to 2 next weekend, and I'll try to get some clips from that and just kind of make a little overview of what I think of that, and I probably need to start picking out what I'm gonna bring to that. But anyway, thank you for watching my little market breakdown. I appreciate it. I really wish I remembered her name. I feel really bad about not remembering her name or getting a business card. I didn't even get a business card, but anyway, they were super sweet. I look forward to doing that again. Hopefully they're there. I see them next time. That'll be awesome, or even more. I have really planned on every time that I go to an event, if there's another crocheter there, I'd love to go get it. And really, I think this was 30. I think the earrings were like 13, something like that. The soaps and the shampoo bar was 14. This and the T-Rex were 14, and oh, the earrings were 12. Okay, the earrings were 12. So I took that out of my my take home, my total for the day. I didn't do it on the total that I gave you, but I took that out of there because I was like, it's fine. I'll remember it at some point. But I wasn't really too concerned about it, since again, this is a hobby. This is for fun. This is just to see what happens and to keep me out of trouble, right? I mean, we all need something, I guess. Anyways, I better get back on these whips that I got going on and get that girl's order out, because she is #1 on the list. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm also doing my very first pattern test. I will put up a picture real quick. How cute is that? So I am working on that too. I just got it yesterday, and I've got 10 days to do it, but I'm almost done with one. I do plan on making 3 different. I think I want to make a little read off. I think that's cute. But anyway, the custom order is coming first, the granny square bag, then that pattern test, then we got to get on all of these whips, and I'll take you along with me as best as I can. But thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.